Hey there, Matt here, just in my backyard again. I want to show you some of the light painting brushes that I use. Um, as I've noted before, I use a couple of different types of flashlights, and on these flashlights, they're between 100 lumens and 350 lumens. It just depends on how bright you need the light and the different settings that you use. So the ones that I've used the most to do some of the fire dragon and fire snake and fire spheres and stuff like that are just these two guys right here. I think I've showed them at least once before, and just the flashlight goes up inside there, turn it on, shines through the paper. I may have another video at some point that goes through and shows how to make these, but it's pretty simple. You can just see that it's a plastic tube with colored paper, construction paper inside of it, and a pipe cleaner taped on there unceremoniously, and it works great. Another one that I've used some that I've gotten some success out of, that's not really anything I made, but I bought this on Amazon. It is called L-Wire, and I got it for like 10 or 12 bucks on Amazon. I'll put a post or put a link to it in the description to show you what it is, but basically there's a little battery pack that allows you to turn it on, and you have these different colored wires that glow, and when you move it around, just kind of bounce it around like that on your long exposure, it gets sort of a smoky, fiery kind of effect, which is really cool. Just kind of coming around over here, my next thing, this is basically a larger version of what I did with the red and the orange paper, but this is just butcher paper or parchment paper that I've shoved up inside of a T12 clear plastic fluorescent bulb protector tube, and you put your flashlight up inside of there, and you can do all kinds of different shapes with it. There are other people that have used these kind of things a lot more successfully than I have, so check those guys out online. I'm still learning on how to use that. Another great one is you can get these at Target, Walmart, wherever. It's pool noodles, and as we're getting closer to summer, you can go ahead and pick those up for pretty inexpensively. You just have to make sure that the openings here will fit your flashlights. They fit perfectly inside of mine, and then you can do all kinds of different waving around, create different shapes, and they work great. I would recommend the skinnier ones. The thicker ones, the light doesn't go through very far. With these thinner ones, more of the light goes through. And the stronger the light you have, the more success you're going to have with longer pieces of this. But I have found that this length is a pretty good length for this. All right, my next one is LED lights on PVC pipe. I've just taped it on with some clear tape, and they're USB powered, so I have a little USB battery pack shoved in the end of the PVC pipe, and then it can do all kinds of different lights. It's RGB LEDs, so it's got all kinds of different options for there, and I've got it set up with a handle right here, so you can spin it and get a circular, a disc kind of a deal, or you can wave it around like this and get different patterns. I'll be showing some examples of some of these different devices in between here. This is one of the first ones that I built. I got some LED rope light at my local hardware store and wrapped it around this PVC pipe. The main problem I have with this one is that you have to plug it in, and that gets really obnoxious because you're dragging around a cord and you're getting tangled in it. It works great, it's really neat, but you're kind of tethered, and that's no fun. Alright, and these were some of also the first ones that I had made. They're basically LED lights. I don't know if you can see it very well there, but they're just tiny little LED lights on a wire that I've wrapped around in this case a Home Depot yardstick with a battery pack on it here, and you can turn the lights on and do all kinds of great shapes with these. So these are great tools as well. And one of the ones that I've just recently started playing with are these tiny little LED lights that I got also from Amazon. And you can turn it on, put it on the end of a string, and spin it around and use those for spheres or discs or whatever. So they're great little things to play with. It came in 4 different colors. There was a white, red, blue, and green. So those are fun. I have attempted to make my own kind of deal here. I may do another session on how I made this, but it's basically clear piece of amber colored plastic with the lid of a spray bottle and a toilet paper roll that are all made to fit around this flashlight. And this is the one that I did some fire over here and over in this area. So it doesn't look like much, but it really does a neat effect. So that's some of the paint brushes that I use that I have made. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye now.